So let us go to number 2. Number 2 is saying that we have f of x equal to 5 divided by x minus 2, where x is different from 2, and we have g of x equal to 3 minus x squared, where x is a real number, where x is a real number. So now the question 1 is saying find f g of x. Find f, that is a g of x. So what is f g of x? So we just go in f where there is x, put there g of x, then minus 2. So what is that? This is f of g of x equal to 5 divided by 3 minus x squared minus 2. So now f g of x is 5 divided by 1 minus x squared. So that is f g of x. So b, we're going to find f of x. So just go there in the f of x, where there is f of x, then you put there what? F of x. So that's 5 divided by f of x minus 2. So now f of x, the answer is 5 divided by, f of x is 5 over x minus 2, then minus 2. We just find the LCM, that is 5 divided by LCM is x minus 2, then to be 5 minus 2 into bracket x minus 2. So now f of x, it will be, this will go up to be 5 into bracket x minus 2 divided by 5 minus 2x plus 4. So mean that f of x, the answer is 5 into bracket x minus 2 divided by 9 minus 2x. That's f of fx. What have I done here? It's like when you have x over m over n. So it is x over m divided by n over 1. To be x over m times 1 over n. Sorry, times 1 over n. So, which means that actually this is one function. This is one function and this is another function. So it will be x divided by m over n, which is x times n over m, which is nx over m. Because as you can see here, it is 5 divided by this one, and this is one function. So it is 5 over this is as one function. So that's why it is like x divided by m over n. So it will be x times, this will be x times n over m. We will do reciprocal. After removing the division, we put the multiplication and we do what? Reciprocal. So that is f of x. I hope you don't have any question from there. So let us go to number 3. Number 3 is saying f of x equal to x squared plus 4x. For x is a member of real number. And g of x equal to 3x minus 1. For x is a member of real number. Find the values of k. Find the values of k. For which the equation f g of x equal to k has a real solution. Has a real solution. How does f g of x equal to k? We have what? Real solutions. So we're going to first find the f g of x, and f g of x will go in f of x where there is x, put there g of x, then squared plus 4 into bracket g of x. So now this is 3x minus 1 squared plus 4 into bracket 3x minus 1. So 3x minus 1 is common. We take 3x minus 1 out of the bracket. We remain with 3x minus 1, then plus 4. So which is 3x minus 1 into bracket 3x plus 3. So meaning that fg of x equal to 3x times 3x, that is 9x squared. 3x times 3, that is 6, that is 9x. It is 9x. 3, negative 1 times, that is negative 3x minus 3. So which means that fg of x equal to 9x squared plus 6x minus 3. So now they are saying that fg of x equal to k. fg of x equal to k. It has a real solution. So our fg of x equal to k, that means that 9x squared plus 6x minus 3 equal to k. Which means that 9x squared plus 6x minus 3 minus k is equal to 0. You see, that is a quadratic equation with our a equal to 9, our b equal to 6, and our c equal to negative 3 minus k. So, and it has a real solution. It has real solution if or when delta discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac, is greater or equal to 0. That's when you have real solutions. So now what is b squared? That is 6 squared minus 4. What is our a? 9. Our c is negative 3 minus k, which is greater or equal to 0. So that is 36 minus 36 times negative 3, that's positive 108, then plus 36k, which is greater or equal to 0. So that is 36k plus 144, which is greater or equal to 0. So which means that we let 36k plus 144 equal to 0. 36k will be equal to negative 144. So where k is, we take 144 divided by 36, so we get negative 4. So k is negative 4. We start the sign. If we start the sign, it will be from k, that's k, from negative infinity to positive infinity. We have 36 k plus 144. This is negative 4, 0. It will be negative here and positive here. So k will be a member from negative 4 included to positive infinity. I hope you don't have any question there. So let us go directly to inverse of the function. So we're going to see inverse of the functions, and still with teacher King David. So let us see how we can find inverse of the function. When you say inverse of the function, it is inverse of the function is written as f inverse. That is inverse. That is inverse of f of x. That's what we call inverse of the function. So now, and when you have f inverse of f of x, this is the same as inverse of f of x and equal to x. When you find f inverse of f of x is the same as inverse of f of x, and the answer is what? Is x. So how can you find the inverse of the function? For example, how can you find inverse of any function? Let us see example number 1. Example number 1 is saying that for for given function f of x equal to 3x minus 1, find f inverse of x. How can you find the inverse of that one? The first step, we let f of x to be y. We let f of x to be y. So meaning that our y is 3x minus 1. Then second step, we make x as subject of the formula. Subject of the formula. So as we make x subject of the formula, you see 3x, it will bring this one there, bring 1 on the left hand side. And if you bring it on the left hand side, it will change the sign to be y plus 1. And we need to make this x subject of the formula. Our x will be y plus 1 over 3. So the third step, which is the last one, we interchange x and y. We interchange x and y. So now, and that y becomes inverse, and that y becomes f inverse of x. So now you see this x is going to become y, and it becomes y, that is inverse, and this y becomes x. So that is the inverse. Number two, it is saying we have f of x equal to root x plus 2 minus 7 for x is a member of real number, then such that x is greater equal to negative 2. We have it is saying find an expression. Find an expression. Find an expression for f inverse of x. B, solve the equation. Inverse of x equal to f of 62. Okay, we have that function, and let's start with a. We're going to find its inverse. The first step is to write y equal to that one, root x plus 2 minus 7. And the next step, we're going to make x as subject to the formula, so we'll bring that one to be root x plus 2. We'll bring this negative 7 on the left hand side to become a positive. That's y plus 7. So here we're going to square both sides. If we square both sides, it will remain with x plus 2 equal to y plus 7 squared. So we make x as subject of the formula. It will be x equal to negative 2 plus y plus 7 squared. Then we interchange where there is x equal to inverse and where there is y equal to x. So that is f inverse, which is 2 negative 2 plus y plus 7, then squared. So this is x. So our inverse, it is negative 2 plus x plus 7 squared. So that was A. B, it is saying solve the equation inverse of x equal to f of 62. Let's first find f of 62. Our f of 62 is root 62 plus 2 minus 7. This is 64. Root 64 is 8. 8 minus 7, that is 1. So now f of 62 equal to 1. So, and they are saying that, our B is saying that inverse equal to f of 62. So which means that our inverse is that, which is negative 2 plus x plus 7 squared, which is equal to 1. So bring this one here, becomes x plus 7 squared will be equal to 3 if you bring it there. So now x plus 7 will be equal to plus or minus root 3. So what does it mean? It means that our x will be equal to negative 7 plus or minus root 3. So which means that x will be negative 7 plus root 3, or x will be negative 7 minus root 3. But this one will be rejected because this will be rejected because when you come here to the domain of the function, because our function is, or when you come here to the inverse, the domain of the inverse, x must be greater than negative 7. X must be greater than what? X must be greater than negative 7. So now, this will be what? Rejected. So the only solution for x is negative 7 plus root 3. So I hope you don't have any question. So let us go to another example.